Hey music lovers! Welcome to a special edition of The Life and Tragic Death series. Today, we delve into the captivating journey of Brian Connolly, the iconic voice behind the suite. Get ready to ride the waves of rock and roll history and uncover the highs and lows that defined this legendary artist. So let's dive in. Brian Francis Connolly, born the 5th of October 1945, in Hamilton, South Lanarkshire, Scotland. Brian Connolly's early life was marked by mystery and challenges. Abandoned by his teenage mother, in a Glasgow hospital as an infant, possibly due to meningitis, he was fostered at 2 by Jim and Helen McManus, adopting their family name. Upon discovering his true lineage, he reverted to Connolly. The McManuses, relatives of Mark McManus from Taggart fame, sparked speculation about a shared father due to a perceived resemblance between Connolly and Mark McManus. At 12, Brian Connolly moved to Harefield, Middlesex, attending a local school. In his mid-teens, he joined the Merchant Navy, sporting a tiger's head tattoo on his right arm. After discharge in 1963, he returned to Harefield, playing in bands like Generation X, from mid-1965 until about October 1966. The group recorded 4 tracks, but these were not commercially released. The lineup featured Connolly on vocals, Chris Eldridge and Lee Mordecai on guitars, Mark Conway, bass, and drummer Martin Lass. Connolly eventually replaced singer Ian Gillan, later of Deep Purple fame, in a band called Wainwright's Gentlemen, which included drummer Mick Tucker. In 1967, Tucker and Connolly left Wainwright's Gentlemen, forming the band Sweet Shop with Torpy and Priest. Renamed The Sweet, they released their debut single, Slow Motion, in 1968. Despite initial setbacks, Andy Scott joined in 1970, coinciding with their first hit, Funny, Funny. Connolly's rise to fame included regular appearances on Top of the Pops with the Suite. The band's journey from humble beginnings to chart success was firmly underway. In 1974, Brian Connolly suffered a brutal beating after leaving a Staines nightclub, resulting in damage to his throat and a permanent loss of vocal range. This incident not only sidelined him from singing for a while but also caused the band to miss out on a significant opportunity to support The Who. The Sweet Fanny Adams album saw other band members filling in for Connolly on several tracks due to the lasting effects of the assault. As tensions escalated, Brian Connolly found himself excluded from Sweet's decision-making process. Battling alcoholism in the mid-1970s, his struggles intensified during the band's break in 1977. The power struggle became more apparent, impacting his voice and performances on the 1978 US tour. His last UK show was at Hammersmith Odeon in February 1978. And the final live performance was in July 1978 in Florida. Despite already leaving the band, his departure wasn't announced until March 1979. Post-Sweet, Brian Connolly took a break, focusing on family and exploring countrified rock. By late 1979, he recorded new tracks at Chipping Norton Studios with Mick Angus. In 1980, Take Away the Music was re-recorded at Marquee Studios with Pip Williams. Connolly's journey showcased a deliberate shift into fresh musical realms. After leaving Sweet, Brian Connolly made a comeback at Bravo Super Disco 79 in Munich on June 22, 1979, previewing his first solo single, Take Away the Music. Released by Polydor in 1980, the single featured on the Polydor Germany High Life compilation album. In 1981, health troubles emerged as Connolly faced hospitalization due to bloating and multiple heart attacks. These issues left lasting effects, including paralysis on his left side, evolving into a nervous system condition, likely a result of his history of excessive alcohol and tobacco use, coupled with prescription diuretic medication. Connolly next released Don't You Know a Lady with Brooks, but the track didn't gain traction. After leaving Polydor in 1982, he signed with Carrere Records, releasing Hypnotized, a Joe Lynn Turner-penned Fandango cover that didn't chart despite wide distribution in Europe. Though he recorded new tracks for an unreleased 1983 album, financial troubles loomed with a multi-million-pound tax assessment from the Inland Revenue for hit record earnings. To settle his share, Connolly sold his house. From 1984 onwards, despite battling health issues, Brian Connolly toured the UK and Europe with his band, The New Suite. Annual successes were seen in West Germany, but by 1985, reports hinted at a pause in his career. Personal challenges surfaced as he separated from his wife Marilyn in the same year, finalizing their divorce in 1986. The period marked a mix of professional triumphs and personal transitions for the iconic musician. In 1987, Brian Connolly reunited with original Sweet guitarist Frank Torpy, recording the track, Sharontina, released in 1998 on Torpy's album Sweeter. In 1988, a Los Angeles reunion with former band members aimed to rework studio versions of Action and The Ballroom Blitz for a new album with MCA Records, but issues with Connolly's voice led to the project's failure. He returned to the new suite. In 1990, a brief reunion with the original suite lineup occurred for a music video documentary promotion at Tower Records, London. In 1990, Brian Connolly and the new suite planned an Australian tour, but health issues cut it short. The band performed without Connolly in Adelaide, Dingley Powerhouse, and Melbourne. In the early 90s, Connolly played the European oldies circuit and festivals. Legal disputes over the suite name with Andy Scott led to both groups distinguishing their names. Connolly's band became Brian Connolly's Suite. Despite legal challenges, they continued touring the UK and Europe. In 1994, they played in Dubai and Bahrain, with Connolly reconciling with Steve Priest and Mick Tucker, even performing together at Priest's daughter's wedding. In 1995, Brian Connolly released a new album, Let's Go, accompanied by merchandising efforts. His partner Gene, with whom he had a son that year, played a pivotal role in locating Connolly's biological family. In a heartfelt reunion, he met his living brother and sister in England, learning about his birth mother's passing in 1989. On November 2, 1996, Channel 4 aired a program, Don't Leave Me This Way, delving into Connolly's time as a sweet pop star, the band's decline, and its impact on members. Despite health challenges revealed in the show, Connolly persisted with concert dates at Butlins, where he and his band had been touring in the early 90s. His final concert took place at the Bristol Hippodrome on December 5, 1996, sharing the stage with Slade 2 and John Russell's Glitter Band Experience. In January 1997, Brian Connolly suffered a heart attack and was hospitalized in Slough. Despite discharging himself after a week, he was readmitted the following week and passed away around midnight on February 9 to 10, 1997, due to kidney and liver failure and repeated heart attacks. He was 51 years old. A cremation ceremony took place on February 17, 1997, at Most Holy Name Roman Catholic Church in Denham, Buckinghamshire, with his ashes scattered over the water by his daughters Nicola and Michelle. Survived by his ex-wife Marilyn, girlfriend Jean, and their one-year-old son Brian, a memorial concert was organised by fans at Camden Palace in London on October 11, 1998. Funds were raised for a plaque dedicated to Connolly at Breakspear Crematorium in Middlesex, unveiled on February 9, 2000. In 2013, Connolly's son, Brian Jr., participated in The X Factor, and his mother Jan later married former band member Glenn Williams, residing in Spain. And there you have it. The remarkable story of Brian Connolly, a true rock sensation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into music history, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, take care, rock on, and bye for now.